Today I'm just going to do a few little comparisons of this little Pinecone Land Rover Defender and arguably the leader of the pack, the SCX24. I don't know whether that's still the case, but of what I've got, it's probably the most different, diverse choice. So I just want to do a couple of quick tests and see how it compares. Right, first off, completely pointless perhaps for a crawler, but interesting little test. Let's see how the speeds compare. So the SCX24, very slightly quicker. I'm going to try to climb up this slate pile and across the top a little bit, testing the brake over there. Get up there. That's as far as we're going. Just not get the traction on the slate. Oh. So it got to the top. Now I'd be surprised if this Pinecone can get anywhere near that, but we're up the first part. Breakover is going to be an issue. Yeah, so let's see if we can take a bit more speed at that. And we got over it. But we've hung up there on that rear tow bar, I think. So let's just see if we can get past that. No, we're hanging up in the centre of the car as well, so no great surprise. Now if you're like me, when you go out for a walk you like to take your little crawler with you. And you stop off and think, oh, that looks like a good place to have a little drive. But then you find that the transitions between those nice rocks are just no good for your tiny little 1/24th crawler, because that short grass isn't so short when you're in one of those. Now the SCX24 does okay because it's got that extra clearance, but it still struggled a bit on some of that stubble. Now I was expecting this Land Rover to do really poorly, but actually I think the lack of clearance is overcome by the weight, which is just kind of pushing down that grass and letting it get that bit of traction. Yes, there are bits like this where it gets stuck, but overall it does a lot better than I expected. Little timed run between the gates. Now, time run of the Pinecone. You know, doing okay. And in reverse, just to see how they cope with the little wedges and ridges. No problem here. I think we may see some different issues here. I need to pick the line a bit more cautiously. Well, overall, I have to say, this little Land Rover is really quite impressive. How about a real world test? You're out and about, you spot a nice climb, give it a go. Let's see, the SCX24 up this slate tip really makes absolute mincemeat of it. It's got the clearance, it's got that natural grip, it's got the better compound tyres as well as them being more rugged, and it's got the breakover. So most places, as long as it's solid, the SCX24 is getting up quite well. Now I have to say, this is actually quite a steep climb. Doesn't look it here with me following the car, but it is quite a steep climb. So even steps like that, the SCX24 doesn't so much struggle on, but needs a couple of goes, or needs just that bit of wheel speed. But it did very, very well. In fact, I took it much further than that. Now with the Pinecone, where the slate's all flat, it does pretty well. And gradient wise, it's not so bad. But here, you've just got that tiny breakover, and or tiny ridge, I suppose. So the lack of breakover for this car, combined with the steeper gradient, and then looser surfaces or surfaces that just move, really makes it struggle. So yeah, whilst it's surprisingly good on lots of different things, on loose surfaces like this, it's not fun, honestly. It's very, very frustrating. And you also know that if you roll it, you're probably going to damage the paintwork.